girls, happy 2019, happy new year. If you guys are new here, what's up? My name is Reika, and if you guys are returning, you already know that I love you so much. I am just so happy with how everything in 2018 turned out, and I cannot wait to see what 2019 has in store for all of us. But this look is just my everyday face base foundation concealer highlight routine. I feel like since it's a new year, I feel like I should update it, tell you guys what I've been doing constantly. Whoa. But yeah, enough of that. Let's just jump straight into the video, and I will see you guys at the end. Wow, look at my skin. It's just not letting me flourish in 2019. We are in 2019, so I guess let's just jump straight in. My face is already moisturized. Always moisturize your face. Even if you feel your face is oily, you need to moisturize, because if you don't moisturize, that's why you kind of are oily, because your face is trying to produce that moisture, which is why you're extremely oily. Okay, and my favorite primer of 2018 just happened to be the Benefit Porefessional. I've tried this primer a long time ago, and I just wasn't in love with it. And one of my co-workers, Miss Brianna, she's so gorgeous. Her skin is so freaking flawless. Like she's just bomb. Let's just leave it at that. Put me back on this primer, and I gave it a second chance, and I have like 3 of these babies just laying in my drawer just for backup purposes, because I love it so much. Hopefully this year my skin will clear back up, because my skin used to be so clear. I like look back at my old YouTube videos, like when I first started, and I had not one blemish on my face, not one. This foundation, I just have no words for this foundation, because this foundation has taken the place of my Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I didn't think that anything could do that, because I was stocked up on my Double Wear as well. I have a full bottle of Double Wear that I haven't even went into, because I've been buying this one like crazy. This is my, I want either my 4th or my 5th bottle of the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. Ever since I bought it, I have not put it down. In the shade Warm Honey. I need to get a mirror because I can't see. Okay, so you see all my blemishes, right? Once I put this on, what blemishes? I know there's gonna be a comment that says, oh my god, you put on so much makeup. So much makeup. I like to put on so much makeup. It's my preference. What I do on me, you don't have to do on you. I'm showing you what I like to do for myself. I'm giving you suggestions on my opinions. That's something people need to learn in 2019. Like, YouTube videos aren't telling you to go out and do everything the exact same way that we're doing it. We're just giving you our opinions on what works best for ourselves, and maybe if you have the same, like similar types of issues or problems when it comes to your skin and with your makeup, we're just giving you helpful options, helpful suggestions, not I'm putting a gun to your head and you have to go do this right now. No. Like my mama always taught me, if I don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Like, I'm not trying to deal with any negativity in 2019. I am trying to be extremely cheerful. I'm trying to uplift other women and other men. And I just want people around me that do the same. But, I mean, I appreciate you trying to help me out and you giving me your opinion, because I'm giving you my opinion. So your opinion is welcome as well. But you just don't have to be rude with it, you know? And when I do my foundation, I always use a beauty blender. I don't use a brush. I just stick to the beauty blender, and I like the beauty blender anyways because it just gives me a smooth, flawless finish. So once I blend out my first layer, I go over my problem areas with a little bit more foundation, and then I blend that out, and then we move on to concealer. Okay, so my Holy Grail concealer that I use every day until I recently got my hands on the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer has been the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. We all know what we went through with Tarte in the beginning of 2018, and then I remember I was on the hunt for a new concealer and I could not find one, so I did go back to the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. And to me, there's just no concealer out there that gives me the full coverage and the matte finish that I like personally, because once again, I like a matte face. My shade is the medium tan sand. This is one of the shades they did come out with, because they did come out with some more shades. But I use medium tan sand. I'm extremely excited for what brands are doing this year. A lot of brands are coming out with some more complexion products. Rihanna is about to drop her Fenty Beauty concealers and setting powders on the 11th. Today is the 4th, so we have a couple of days until we have to wait for her concealers. But trust me, as soon as they drop, I will go to the store and I will create a review for you. So I'm just going to blend this out. And with the Tarte Shape Tape, I let it sit just a little bit because I feel like when you let concealer sit, it gives you more of a opaque type of finish. So that's what I do. But another company that's coming out with complexion products this year is Morphe. Morphe is shutting the game down early. They're coming out with foundation, concealers, setting powders. Their foundation, I believe, they're coming out with 60 shades. 60. I know their concealers, from what I've heard, their concealers are going to be $9. And from what Jaclyn Hill said on her Snapchat last night, the concealers are everything. And now that I have the concealer blended, I'm just going to switch back to the butt side of the Beauty Blender, where we use to blend out foundation, and then just a buff, or not buff in, but pat in where the concealer and the foundation meets, so you get a nice blend. Okay, and for a oldie but goodie, I remember when I first started my YouTube channel, I was using the Ben Nye banana powder, but I actually purchased the fair one because translucent powder is just super fine. It just sits on top of the skin, like it melts perfectly into your skin. It doesn't give you a flashback. Oh, it just looks so nice. When I purchased it, I thought it would be too light for me, but since it's so fine, it blends so, it's just bomb. Once I set on my concealed areas where I just put the concealer, I am then going to bronze. If you don't know, I only bronze with a Bobbi Brown bronzing powder in the shade Deep. This just gives me the perfect amount of redness. It doesn't make me look muddy. It's just a perfect bronzing powder for my skin complexion. So if you are my shade, definitely try this out. Cheekbones. I like to do the duck face or the fish face to get it right there in those hollows. And I like to blend up to my, like by my temples, because you're gonna take it around your forehead, and then from your forehead you're gonna take it to the other side and just continue. And then you just take it down your chin, your jawline. And because my body is super pale these days because it's been cold here in Florida, I just bronze up my chest, especially if I know I'm going to be wearing a low cut shirt, just until I get some sun back. And after I'm done with that, I take my contouring brush for my nose, and then I contour my nose. I always dust off the extra amount of powder because the bronzing powder is super intense. I don't want to go straight onto my nose with that because my nose is just going to be like standing out there, and we don't want that. And then you take it down to right here and then right here. Sometimes I do a little line on the top. I take a little bit more of that translucent powder. Go down the sides, well, the middle and then the side to cut it again. I then just cut the sides of my cheeks. So right where my lip is, that everything is set, you are now just going to take a powder brush and just dust everything away. So you never want to swipe, you pat, because you don't want to mess up the base that you have underneath that you literally just took 20 minutes to do. So just pat gently, and then I just take it over here. Now that everything is blended out, I am then going to set my face with my Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder. It is in the shade 330 Toffee. This I love. It's only $5 at Walmart. To me, it's a dupe for the MAC Studio Fix. My opinion, way cheaper. Just to make sure everything is blended in. This powder is my perfect shade. 2019 is just gonna be a good year for makeup. I feel like 2019 is just gonna be a good year for a lot of things. Like a good year for me and you. So now that I have all my powders on my face, I am then going to just bring my face back to life with my Badsecu Facial Spray. I love the cucumber one. People love the rose water one. This is just my preference. You can use any type of hydrating refresher spray. You can use the MAC Fix Plus sprays. You can use the Too Faced Hangover RX sprays. This one is just cheap and it works. It gets the job done. This spray does not set the face, so keep that in mind. So this is just for me to bring my face back to life, to get rid of any super powdery marks that we have. It just melts everything into the skin and make it look natural again. And then it just like brought me back to life. So now I am just going to highlight my face. I finished my eyes. I just have to put on my bottom mascara. I'm going to highlight with my Maybelline Master Chrome in the shade Molten Gold. And I think it is like time for me to get a new one because I love this highlighter so much. Since I did just finish my eyes, I'm just going to wet my brush because my... oh, that went in my mouth. And then I just highlight my cheekbone, and then when I get to the top, I just take it around by my temples and above my brow, and it just like connects it. And then I'm just gonna take a little pencil brush, spray that, dip it into the highlighter. And then this is where I am going to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner. No look is complete if your brow bone and your inner corner is not highlighted. You just take a clean blending brush, the same brush that you probably use to put your transition on, or a clean one, whatever. And then just blend in the highlighter into your eyeshadow. For blush, I'm just going to go back into the eyeshadow palette that I used for my eyes and mix the two shades that I did use on my eyes to give myself a cute little blush combo. I've been like doing that lately. What? I've been doing that lately and I like the outcome of it. It just, to me, it just makes the look perfect, and it keeps everything in one shadow, it keeps everything in one palette, so you don't have to feel like you have to go out and buy a whole bunch of different palettes. What I'm trying to say. But always dust it off because eyeshadows are extremely pigmented. And then yeah, just smile. And if you ever feel like you apply too much, you can always go back in with your powder brush, tone it down. Not adding any extra product, just going around it to tone it down. I do that. Or for the or I would just take a clean stippling brush, and it looks dirty because this is like the only thing I use it for is after I'm done with my face, I take this brush and then just brush around my blush and my highlight to blend everything in. So this is pretty much just like powder and nothing else on this brush. And it just blends everything in. Now we can set the face, and I set my face with my Urban Decay All Nighter spray. And I always like to spray my face with all my sprays before I put on my bottom mascara, just so my mascara doesn't run. And I'm just gonna add mascara, a lip, and I'll be right back. So this is the completed look. I just finished by adding some mascara to my bottom lashes. I used the L'Oreal Telescopic. Threw on some lip, my Bobbi Brown Chocolate Lip Liner, and one of the Shayla Times ColourPop lip glosses. And yeah, this is just my everyday face base foundation routine. I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in into this video, and I cannot wait to see where 2019 is going to take us in this YouTube world and this makeup journey, and I'm just so excited. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you in my next one.